Whew, okay, I got so much just going through my head right now. But yes, it is Black History Month. And yes, we still celebrating Black-ish up in here, okay, y'all? So let's not get anything mixed up. But I got a lot that I want to get off my chest right now. So y'all just got to bear with me. So the first thing I want to ask is, anybody out there ever wake up with random bruises on them? And, before everybody says, oh, you probably just bumped into something yesterday or whatever, no, I didn't. I sat at home with my grandchildren pretty much for the whole day. But I mean, I felt it at night when something was pinching on me. So I just want to dispel that right now. But when if you read my book, if you go into my bio, there's a link, there's an Amazon link, and I did write a book, and it will tell you about the attacks that I have undergone and all of the different things that have happened to me throughout my years, so it'll give you a perspective on certain things that do happen to me. So first things first, I see a lot of us on here talking about how we don't come from Africa. And, that's another thing about this whole, like this confliction with us is like, no, we're indigenous and I'm not from Africa. And, no, I'm not this and no, I'm not that. And it just further separates us. So we got to stop that, because every damn person on this earth is from Africa, because that's where the first laboratory was set up, where human beings were created. Okay. And then, like I told you in my other video, that the first Homo erectus was found 5.4 million years ago in Africa. We are all from Africa. That's where life started, and that's where we emerged out of. So there's nothing wrong with saying that we have African heritage in us. Okay. So that's just something that I don't know why everybody has a problem with saying that we from Africa. And I know that they made us feel a way about saying that we're African, but there's nothing wrong with that. That's something to love and embrace. So a couple of things about that. So first of all, if you guys know this, I don't know who knows this story or not, but Muammar Gaddafi, right? He was the ruler of Libya. And in 1996, Gaddafi tried to give Louis Farrakhan, the leader of the Nation of Islam, he tried to give him $1 billion to help the economics of Black Americans. But guess what? The United States government, they blocked it, and they said that it violates sanctioned laws. So Minister Farrakhan, he tried to see if he can get an exception from that. And, of course, they said no, right? So now, Muammar Gaddafi, he told America that I don't want your US dollars, because your US dollars, they not worth. So, he said, if you want to do any trading of our oil, then you need to do it in gold. Oh, but you know what? America ain't got that much gold, so they couldn't even, do whatever trade relationships that they had with Libya because of that. So what did they do? Oh, let me see. In 2011, Obama, the one y'all love, ordered a hit on Gaddafi, a hit on his son, his daughter-in-law, and their 18-month-old baby, looted all the gold out of Libya. And then they went and took the Libyan people, they put them in chains in 2011. They put them in modern day slavery. And then they did these people in shallow graves. They pissed on Qurans, and they pissed on these people's dead bodies. So, there's Africans that we definitely don't trust, because we already know that they sold us out, and that's how we got here. But let me tell you another little lesson. So Nigeria, there was no such thing as Nigeria until 1960. All right. So growing up as a kid, I don't even remember hearing the word Nigeria. I didn't hear Nigeria until maybe in the 80s, when I started hearing the word Nigeria. But Nigeria was only founded as a holding post for the Africans that they were shipping over here to America, because from each continent, from each country in Africa, they hand selected their strongest males because they wanted to send strong black males over here to go mate with the indigenous black women. I'm sorry, I said from here. The strong black males from Africa, they wanted them to come over here and mate with the indigenous women, and they did that on purpose. So that's how we end up with these mixed bloodlines, because yes, we have some African blood in us. Yes, we are indigenous people. Yes, we were here. We were there. We were everywhere. That's just the bottom line of it. So again, like I said, there's nothing wrong with saying that we have African blood in us. And, you know, I just want you guys to stop separating us. I want us to stop, because we're separated by religion. We're separated by, you know, where we come from. And, you know, you guys have to understand that we are the most perfect species. And I know that y'all gonna be like, hell no. But we are the most perfect species to date that our creator has created. So there's other forms that are more intelligent, but they don't have the ability to, you know, be able to come to certain planets or to come to this planet, because they all are trying to get to this planet. They don't have the ability to come to this planet and to be able to, you know, breathe and take on the atmosphere that we have here. They have to come in different forms, you know, so they made us in this beautiful form that they made us in, and we still have the connection to source, you know. So that's why I'm like, we just really have to, you know, number one is as black people, as melanated people, we need to learn how to start coming together. So I was pinched last night because something told me that, you know, we have to start by number one, naming ourselves. So that's the biggest issue, is that we're named by other people, and we take on these terms, you know, African Americans, blacks, you know, whatever, Negro, all of that stuff comes from somebody naming us. And in order for us to gain our power is that we have to name ourselves, which means we're gonna have to, you know, take some slow steps, and we're gonna have to start, you know, building up some leadership and start getting some people. It's hard. We've never had good, you know, like leadership that was able to reign over all of us, because again, we are always separated by religion or politics or something, you know, that keeps us all separate. So pretty soon we're all gonna have to get on one accord, and we're gonna have to really figure this mess out, because a lot is gonna happen, and it's gonna move fast. And you know, there's a couple of things that, you know, if we look, history repeats itself. So if we don't want to repeat history and be in this time loop and keep doing the same thing over and over again, we got to change some stuff up right now. So that's why I want all of us to join in on 369 March 6, 2025, 11:11 a.m. No matter where you're at, for 1 hour, we have to vibrate high, because that's the way that we're going to shift. That's how we're going to shift. All right. So I know some people are saying that we are already shifting. Yes, we are. Okay. There's a collective group of us that are shifting. We need all of us to shift. Are we all going to shift? No. Is everybody going to come along? No. You're going to have some people that's going to cling so hard to this system that they're not going to shift, and they become an enemy to us. And we have to be cognitive of who these people are, so that we make sure that we watch at all times and make sure we know who is who. All right. So anyway, 369 1111. Make sure that you guys are joining in with this. It don't cost you a dime. Go watch my video on it. See what you got to do. There's some instructions in there, and I'm going to keep talking about it as we get to that date, because we got to make this happen. All right. I love y'all. I'll see y'all soon.